How to move straight. Usually, there are two blocks you can use to move straight. The first one is called move steering, and it's shown right here. The second one is called move tank, and it's on the right. Both of these blocks have different parameters that you need to put in to change the different values. For the move steering block, down here, the leftmost is the direction, so it will this is how you pick when you go right or left, and how far right or how far left you go. Power changes the speed of the robot. On the rightmost, it's brake/coast, and basically what this does is when your robot stops, it's will the robot brake or will the robot coast? And braking is when wheels stop, and coast is just when they stop giving power, but they're still allowed to freely move. And then up here in the top right, we have the port, which is the different wires that is plugged into your brick. Now, move tank is very similar, except instead of a direction, we have another power parameter. So we have two. One of them is for the left motor, and one of them is for the right. So in this case, in the top right, you see B and C. So the left one is going to be B, and the right one is going to be C. In the bottom left of the block, there will be a drop-down menu with 5 different choices. The first choice is off, and it makes the motors stop running. The second one is on, and it makes the motors continue running forever or until you have another block that makes it stop. On for seconds makes the motors run for a certain amount of seconds that you can input. On for degrees turns the motors a certain amount of degrees. It's the most precise out of all of the movement options. And then on for rotations turns the motors an amount of revolutions. So one rotation is 360 degrees.
For this activity, you need to place 2 lines of tape on the ground and then program your robot to move from the first line to the second line and back to the first line while not turning your robot. So then when it's going from the first line back to the second line, it would be moving backwards. You need to know your parameters well so that if you want to change the distance, you're changing the rotations instead of the power. And also choose if you want to use brake or coast. Okay, so I just opened up the LEGO Mindstorms EV3 programming software. And so first I'm just going to click this plus sign so I can add a project and start the program. Okay, so for this program, I'm going to name this So then, now that I named it, I will know what this program is called, so I can come back to this if I need to. So first, I'm just going to drag this move tank block, and so I want it to go forward. Maybe let's just say 5 rotations, and then I want it to come back 5 rotations, but in order to make it go backwards, I have to change this to negative. Okay, so let's say I already just tried this program and it missed by a tiny bit. So you can add decimals. So I'm just going to do 5.1 And if that's too much, I can go 5.05. Okay, so then you just connect to a brick using a USB cord or Bluetooth, and then download your program, and then you can run it. Okay, so here I have my program from before, only I changed the power so that it would be 50 and it would be slower, so you could see what would be going on. And so I already connected to my robot here and just click the Bluetooth button because the Bluetooth on my computer and the Bluetooth on my robot it linked. So now I can use the Bluetooth and I don't have to use a USB cord, which sometimes is kind of annoying. So now I'm just going to press this download and run button. So then you can see the robot running the program that it made. Okay, so the robot just ran the program that I made, which said to go forward from the first line, 5.05 rotations on the second line, and then backwards 5.05 rotations back to the first line where it started. Okay, so the robot just ran the program that I made, which said to go forward from the first line, 5.05 rotations all the way to the second line, and then backwards 5.05 rotations back to the first line where it started.